most people, Lance, don't make it out of prison, right?
Right.
Fucking, or when they do, they don't make it after prison, right? Uh, we're doing great.
Yeah.
There's got to be a
Agreed.
reason for it. Why are we different than these other people? What makes us? What sets us apart from the rest of these men that get out of prison and they end up doing drugs, going right back to the same lifestyle, doing the same bullshit? There was a time when I could have never imagined, bro, me being in the position I'm in today. That I was happy with getting out because of going so long without. I was happy with getting out and being a landscaper.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
There was a time I know that you were thinking, fuck, I'll wash cars, I'll do anything.
I mean,
right?
I was at my prison job working in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I was working harder than everyone in there. So in my
happy.
My mind, I said, man, when I get out, I'm just going to work twice as hard as everyone around me.
That's it.
And I'm actually going to get a paycheck. That's the
paycheck.
difference.
Yep.
I was working for 10 cents an hour.
That's high. It was a time when I was working, what was it called? When you get $5 a month? When you got in trouble? Maintenance pay. Maintenance pay.
Yeah, I was on that for a few years too. So.
Years, right? Like, damn, I've been on maintenance pay for 2 years.
$5.25
right?
a month.
But obviously we didn't care because we were hustling and selling chicken sandwiches and stealing shit out of the kitchen and doing whatever we had to do to survive. So I think that's what makes life good today is going without for so long, right? And then getting out and appreciating my old shoes. When you back in the day, before we went to prison, I was kind of materialistic and selling drugs or committing fraud. I always spent the money on shit that I would never spend money on today, right?
Yeah.
What a waste of money. So I think, going without for so long made us appreciate things, especially you. How long did you do?
16 years.
Yeah, a little bit longer than me. I did a third of that.
Yeah.
So I can't even imagine. Mine felt like a lifetime. You did 3 times that. 5 years for me was a lifetime, though. It's all relevant.
Any time's a lifetime in there.
Any time's a lifetime, and but again, there's the statistics were against us. 90% of people. I mean, I have the statistics we're gonna go through here. I have them up here of the amount of people that get out, overdose, go right back to using. I mean, we've seen it in the halfway house, right? How many people were still using drugs and alcohol in there?
In the halfway house, yeah. Stepping over people passed out, they just brush your teeth in the morning.
Just to brush our teeth in the morning, and we were laughing at them, and we couldn't do nothing to save those dudes. I wasn't trying to save those dudes, but we were sleeping right next to them. And again, I think there's something that flipped for us that didn't flip for those men. Maybe it's maybe it's where they, the family. Who knows what it is for them? But for us, I know there's something that sets us apart because we see there's not many people I know that got out and are doing as good as we're doing today. We did get a good opportunity, right? I mean, you got to meet Aaron inside, right? So how was that? Did you know immediately you were going to be working for him, or how did that work?
I mean, no, I didn't. We were working out one day, and I thought about it, and I knew I was going to be going to Halfway House in Palm Beach. I thought, and he told me he was in Boca Raton.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked at him. I was like, "Hey, Aaron, do you hire felons?"
He's
like, "Sure."
He's like, "Fuck yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and that's it. I was like, "Okay." And then I called him as soon as I got out. I called him. He's like, "Yeah, come on, I got you."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
It was that easy.
Yeah.
It was definitely an easy step getting out and already having a job.
The right opportunity at the right time, and then really taking advantage of it, because because you could have still went. Just because you got that opportunity doesn't mean you're gonna automatically be successful. We saw a couple people that got out and got the same opportunity and blew it. Right. So it's all the ingredients together to make the cake. It's not just one thing in particular that I'm sure we could talk about. There's a lot of things that had to line up for us to be where we are today. You know,
a lot of hard work.
A lot of hard work. I mean, I remember getting out when I walked into that halfway house. It was just unbelievable for me to see you with the Redcon shirt and what's his name? Who are you with? Blackstone.
Oh, PJ.
PJ Braun. PJ Braun. Sorry, PJ. Yeah. Shout out to PJ. I forgot your name for a second, but I had their pictures up on my motherfucking wall, bro, for 2 years, you know, or not 2 years, maybe a year, because it was towards the end of my sentence when Aaron and PJ were writing to Muscular Development, but I was getting Muscular Development, and then seeing the article, I can remember because I had my workout buddies, right? Yeah. Like you had, I'm sure you had your crew, your car, right? Your workout car. Well, I remember taking the magazine. Oh, look at this guy. He's in prison too. He's over there in Pensacola. Fucking, you know, we can relate to him. And I had no idea what Redcon was. You know, I had no idea what Redcon was. And man, but the pictures up on my wall, man, it was mind blowing for me. So anyways, I go through that. I lose all that weight. I'm reading the articles. I noticed that Aaron stops. I think because they stopped him from writing.
Yeah.
Right? They made him stop writing the articles.
Right.
PJ continued somehow. Long story short, I get out. I'm 3,000 miles away. I'm in California. And I get out and I walk in and I knew I was going to Florida. So I was like, maybe I'll go to the gym one day and I'll meet this man and tell him I was reading his articles and he'll blow me off and I'll never really get to know him. But then I walk in and I see you with the Redcon shirt and PJ sitting there, and it was fucking unbelievable, bro. It was like almost like holy shit, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, you know. And going through that and feeling that emotion is mind blowing. And it when you get the chills like that, and you guys, I can imagine the other side of it, seeing the skinny 155-pound soaking wet dude come up, you know, just got out of prison, begging you for a job. You know,
I mean, you know, being where we were at, the majority of the people there were not doing good things. You know what I mean? And I had to feel you out first.
Of course, sure. Absolutely. Hey, as you should have, you should have, man.
Because I was new, and I'm like, man, if I hire this guy and he goes in and you know just crashes out, I'm like, you know,
it looks great on you. Yeah, obviously.
But I'm glad I did, though.
It worked out. Right. I bothered Lance for about 3 or 4 weeks because I didn't want any other job. I knew that I wanted to work at Redcon One. You know, I fucking knew it. And I knew it was going to happen, just like I am right today with all the bullshit we go through. I know things are going to happen, you know. I tell my fiance today that I see the future, you know. Like, I fucking know when things are going to happen, just like you do, you know. Because that's manifestation and that's confidence, you know. And real confidence, just like you had to build it, is built through going through hard times, feeling like you're gonna die and you're not gonna get out of this situation, and then you make it through it, you know. And I know you've been through that, you know, a million times in your life. And there's been so many times in prison where I thought, fuck, man, I'm never gonna see the end of this, you know. And there's a good chance in some of the places we were at that you could have got stabbed. Yeah. Right? There's a good
stabbed or get into a fight.
Stabbed. You know, hey, you could owe somebody security. Fucking a bag of Keefy coffee and get your head stomped out. Yeah. No bullshit. Yeah. You've seen it. I've seen it. There's been times where I was walking to chow and you have to walk around the blood stain. You know, like, I've been through that. I've seen dudes get their head stomped out. I've seen dudes kill himself. You know, I've seen a dude hang himself in the county jail. You know, come in and that night hang himself. Yeah. You know, and so some of these things that you see, nobody should have to see these things.
Yeah, it's kind of traumatizing at first, but then you just get numb to it. After a while, it just
becomes normal, right? It becomes normal, and it makes us appreciate everything today. And that's why, like, I know finally, I know everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You know, like, because it was a long time, I'm sure, just like you, that I didn't know. You know, I didn't know if my life was gonna work out well. And we're just getting started. We have, man, I've been out 2 years.
Not quite.
I'm coming up.
Yeah.
What is it? It's 9/17.
Next month I'll be 2 years.
And in the month after November, I got out 1 month after you. Yeah. November 2023.
Man, it's been that long already.
It's been 2 years, bro. It doesn't feel like it.
We've done a lot in 2 years.
We've done a lot in 2 years. And because we're okay with repetition. Yeah. You know, like, I remember, like, routine. Being bored. Like, I'm not bored today. No. You know, like, there's never. Like, who's that? I'm not bored today, and I do the same fucking thing every day. I mean, a lot of times you just eat the same thing, too. We eat the same thing. We do the same thing.
I change up one meal a day, my dinner. That's it.
You fail to the level of your systems. That's a real thing from everybody that's successful knows it. If you have to have systems in place that work. You find something that works and you double down on it. You know, you do it. You do it 10 times. You know, you 10x it. You do it. You find something that works and you do it. And that's what we've done. You know, we found something that works. We're in the best shapes of our lives. You know, yeah. Lance is almost 50. Yeah. You know, you're 48. I gotta say it.
Tomorrow, 48.
Tomorrow, Lance is 48 years old. Happy birthday! Yeah. I just turned 39. Holy shit!
You're
for me,
40.
I'm almost 40. That's a big one. You know, yeah. That's why I told my family I don't want nothing going on this day. It's my birthday, fucking birthday. It's the same day. Yeah. I don't even have weekends anymore. Every day is a day. Yeah. You know, this whole you remember like that's what fucks you up in life. Like especially as a young man, like working so hard to get to the weekend to just throw it all away.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Drink and then you just feel so bad on Monday, spend all your money.
And you got to recover till Wednesday, and then Wednesday night you're talking about what we're doing Thursday night.
Yeah.
Right? What a waste of time, right? Time is the most valuable thing because there's no way, unless they got a secret time machine we don't know about, you know, there's no way to get it back, right? Thank God you can reverse the disease of aging, you know, which we're doing, right? Aging is reversible to an extent, you know. You do get to a certain age where you start to lose your muscle and everything, but the amount of skeletal muscle you have on your body directly correlates with how long you're gonna live.
Yep.
Fact, right? So you know when you see the old people, they can't open the jar of peanut butter? Why do you think that is? Because they don't have the forearm muscle, right? They
don't have the grip strength.
They don't have the grip strength. They don't, you know, they just can't do it because they haven't been. You need to spend as much time as you can now until you're, you know, bro, you're still getting in better shape. You're 50 years old, 48 years old. You're going to be 48?
Yeah.
Oh, you're 47?
Yeah.
Oh, good. So you still got 2 years. You still got 2 years. So, but bro, think about this. You're getting in better shape. When does that start? Like, can you get to 58 getting in better shape?
I mean, I feel like
you know, right?
I'm trying to be the best shape at 50. I'm trying to be, you know, my goal is like 220 with abs. You know
220 with abs. And it's possible. Yeah. No matter, I know we did both get we got fat, but there's ways now to tighten that skin and to get that lower abs that but again, I mean, it's nice to have it. We both we both have you know, beautiful women that we're with. It's not like we're chasing women, but it's nice to look good, right? It's nice to feel good. It's nice, you know, there's a certain level of respect that a man gets when he's the strongest man in the room.
Yeah.
Right? There's a certain level of respect. Right?
Sure.
When you walk in, you know, and you look at the dude, you know, right? Am I bullshitting?
No.
You know, I'll be walking through the supermarket and I just there's men I look at, I'm like, I see you. I know what you're doing. I know how much work that takes.
Yeah.
Right?
You can see it.
And it's harder for us because a lot of these men, they spent they were doing it since they're 12 years old.
Right.
We weren't. We were losers. Unfortunately, we had to be losers to get. We had to be losers to get to where we are today, and that's all right because I wouldn't change anything because the things I know today, I see these other men that haven't been through the things we've been through, and they can't even handle the stress of anything, a breakup or whatever it is, or anything, or and I see people fold to the simplest problems that me and you are like. What did we say the other day? I would have loved to argue with a woman. Right. Remember that? Like we were dying to argue with a woman.
I catch myself all the time saying it, and it's so normal I say it to myself, like just being stuck in traffic. I was stuck in traffic. It took me 4 hours to get home. So I was like, man.
From here?
There was a time when I said, man, I would love to be stuck in traffic right now.
I get to, right? Then you taught me that. Yeah. It's not I get to be stuck in traffic. Or I got to go to Home Depot. Or I got to go to work today. I get to go to work today.
Yeah.
What a motherfucking blessing that is.
Yeah.
And people don't appreciate it. The people,
small things.
And it's so hard to teach this next generation, Don't you remember, like, people, like, I did have some, like, we've been through a lot. We had a lot of negative influences in our life, you in particular, with your family and whatnot. But I did have a lot of positive as well, and I wasn't listening.
Right.
Like, why would we listen? Dad don't know what he's talking about.
Right.
My dad used to tell me, you only get one body, right? Stop. He used to, I don't give a shit. I was selling drugs. I was doing whatever I was doing. I had all the women in high school. I had all the drugs. So that's what I thought was important, right? Because my parents worked a lot. They weren't around. And I saw, so we're very influential at that age, right? We're a product of our environment, like you with your family, right? Your family was selling drugs. Right. So you are a product of that environment. I saw, like, who was getting the baddest women? Who had the car with the rims on it? The drug dealers.
Right.
So, of course, I want to be a drug dealer. What else? What else? I come from an Italian, very secretive mafia-style family that, had all we grew up to the Italian mafia movies, Casino, Bronx Tale, Goodfellas. That's what was cool, right? Instead of realizing what really cool today, sex today sober is better than any drug sex I had in my life.
Yeah,
and I had some fucking wild drug sex.
I know, I can remember, but you can't remember, what it was like. I mean, I do remember having drug sex, but it's like.
But it was just it wasn't different. Real.
No,
it wasn't real. So today, I'm in love for the first time in my life. And I met a woman that I love. And I love her son. He's my son. He told me the other day, I think he said this morning too, that I know David's my dad, but I know in my heart you're my real dad. Imagine that.
Yeah.
A 6-year-old boy saying that. Those are the things that's really important in life, and I love nothing more than to be the provider, and that's what the men are supposed to do, right? Provide, protect.
Right.
That's the main things, right? And she's not used to being with a man that's like that, and because I'm so simple, like men. You're so simple too.
Yeah.
Feed me, fuck me. Don't yell at me, and I'll do anything for you. Yeah. Right? I'll do anything you want. Very low maintenance. Super low maintenance. I don't need a new shoes, a new this, a nice. I'll wear my Redcon shirt and my shorts for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I really will. I don't spend money on anything. And obviously women need certain things. Like hair, nails, her toes, they like to do these things. These things cost money.
Yeah.
Hair, nails, toes, you're talking about $500 a month at least. At least. It's a car payment.
Yeah.
I think about what Aaron spent on what did he say about the dance lessons?
Oh yeah, they were like
$8,000 a month dance lessons. Hey, Aaron, I don't know how you know, it's all relative. You know, that's how my $500 a month feels on hair and nails.
Yeah.
So, uh, you know, it's important to realize that we are very blessed, and it's super important to not forget where we came from. You know, because somebody is going through the loop right now, and if you're from Orange County, you know what I'm talking about. Going through the loop means getting booked. Right? Getting booked right now. Someone's getting booked and about to go through the 16 years you went through. Right now. Somebody's about to go through that. Right? Somebody's about to fight their case.
Everything that it's sometimes you think about it, like everything is still the same going on in there. It's like, it's, you know, it's just thinking about where I came from. It's all the same things going on, you know, same guys working in the kitchen, same, just everything.
The same stamps are going around. That's been going around.
Same mackerel.
The same mackerel pack. The same stamps. The same everything.
Jeez,
is going around. That's been going around.
Sometimes to think of that and how long it's been going.
You know, and it's not going to stop. I don't know what I did with them.
It's not getting any better either. You know what I mean?
It's not getting any better.
It gets worse and worse.
Remember I showed you the stamps the other day?
Yeah.
What did I do with them? Anyway, they're somewhere. I don't know what I did with them. I had a book of stamps in here. And I sent Lance a picture of the book of stamps, and I said, "You got me," you know, and he knows what that means, you know. So somebody's going through it right now, and it sucks, you know. So
think of what they got to go through.
Man, you know, like I remember, like leading up to getting sentenced, like they, like trying to figure out how I'm gonna fight my case. I had all the paperwork, and I didn't have a paid lawyer. Did you?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
I had it's not a public defender, but the court appointed so it's a paid attorney. But so it's one step above the public defender.
Right.
She's being forced to help me. Right.
They have to do so many cases a year or something like that. Yeah.
She's being forced to help me, so it might be a little better, but I'm not sure if it's really better or not.
And to be honest, I wish I would have had a public defender.
You wish you would have had a public defender.
Yeah. Like all that money was nothing.
Wasted.
Yeah.
There's nobody beats the feds.
No.
Once they get you, they got you.
Yeah.
It's over. They build a case, you know, they build a big case against you, and once they finally arrest you, it's over.
Yeah.
They let me go. When they first arrested me, they told the state arrested me, right? I got arrested at the post office, right? With all sorts of checks and mail and stacks of debit cards and IDs, and the state could have busted me. I could have did state time right there.
Yeah.
The feds came in, they sat down, spoke to me. They said, "Don't go anywhere. You'll be hearing from us soon." And the state let me walk out of the police department because they told them to. The next day, I was cashing checks, bro. The next day, bro. So they were following me, and they built a huge case. And then I thought I was gonna figure out how to beat them and fight them, and what a waste of time and effort. I should have signed on the first court case.
That's it.
You know,
that's all you could do.
I should have signed the first. I'm an arraignment. I should have said, "What am I? Let's go. Let's save the court some money and get me to prison," because I wasted a year sitting in. What do you have it down here, Miami? What's the place in Miami? The FDC. I had an FDC in Santa Ana. It's in Orange County, California. It's a jail that's half federal, half whatever the fuck state. Yeah. So and it's a holding for the feds. It's a holding for feds. So and then I was in. Then we go to FDC LA. That's where my baby's mom was at. She did her little 6 months there. Anyways, so I should have signed immediately because I spent a year and 2 months fighting my case. Right. You know, what a waste of time. So and then I signed for, back and forth. I signed for 70 months. 70 months for a non-violent, non-drug offense. Mm-hmm. And I mean my indictment. I think they had proof of a little under $200,000 in bank fraud.
Right.
And then you get the problem was I was a category 6, right? So my criminal history was a
to
category 6.
That's
so I should have did 3 years, you know? Yeah. And then they have something called aggravated identity theft, which is
like a minimum mandatory
plus 2 years consecutive. Yeah. Plus 2 years consecutive, yeah. Bro. So there's no, you do all your time, then you got to do 2 years.
Right.
You know,
mandatory,
so yeah.
On top of it.
Then I go to this medium security prison, right? Which is active. Right. You know, it's fucking super active. And they're telling me, the white boys are telling me, you can't go to RDAP because they're going to sell you up with a black dude, you know, yeah. And then you can't walk the line if you come back. So I said, fuck RDAP. Yeah. You know, I said, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to go, I'm not doing 5 years in the shoe.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to go.
Who knows what else?
Who knows what else? You know, I'm not going to do that because if I can't walk the line, then you got to go to the hole.
Yeah.
You know, or they send you to a PC yard.
Yep.
Right? That you're fucking walking with chomos or whatever the fuck, which obviously the lows are mixed in, but that's another story. Yeah. But I never been in prison.
Yeah.
Right? So I got these dudes with SWAT stickers on their face, fucking big ass white boys telling me I can't do something. I wasn't trying to fucking, you know, I mean, I was down, you know, but so I remember my first year, I was like super active, bro. Like selling dope, fucking doing this, fucking carrying the pack to yard, you know, cutting fucking metal out of the locker, you know, because the Pisces had a knife. Fucking that's prison.
Yeah.
You know? That's prison and it sucked. And but finally, after I did about a year in this prison, I wasn't going anywhere because I was supposed to go to Coleman, but coronavirus happened.
Yeah.
Right. So I was good. Now I'm good. I've been with you for a year. You got all these new white boys coming in. They could do the shit, you know, like, so I already did mine. You know, I've been to the hole 3 or 4 times for making alcohol, for getting caught with the pack, for whatever the fuck I was doing. I went to the hole a couple of times, tattoo needles, alcohol shots, 113s.
Yeah.
Alcohol. Right? 113s.
Yeah. Cell phone 108.
Yeah.
Drug test 108.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got a couple of those, and so I was active at first. I was, you know, dope was coming in. I wanted to do some. I wanted to have it. You know, I was smoking fucking too. I was so fucked up because I was so mentally beat at that point that I was like, I'm still gonna get high. But then a year in, bro, I remember like being in my cell and being like, and I was still kind of fat, you know. I was like, man, I need to change my life. I'm getting out. Because I see these guys that aren't getting out, right? I was like, I'm getting out of here. You have to stop.
That's
right?
That's when a light went off for me too, like that.
Yeah.
And at the end, it was it was when I worked my way down to the camp.
That's right.
And I knew I was close to going home.
Yeah.
And I realized, I said, man, I'm hanging out with the wrong people. You know what I mean?
That you're never going to talk to again.
Guys that were still talking about getting out, selling dope, and they were the fun guys I thought to hang out with at the time.
Yeah.
And I changed, and I said, man, I need to hang out with these guys that are successful, that have a plan when they get out, and I need to learn how to make a plan when I get out and learn what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? Right. And it was like you said, all of a sudden one day just the light went off.
Yeah.
I started separating myself from the other guys and hanging out with different types of people. You know what I mean? And I believe that's what set me on the right path.
Because you couldn't do that till the day you leave.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna leave a drug addict.
You're gonna leave
a drug addict criminal.
Exactly
right?
how I came in. You know what I mean? And if I did all that time for nothing, you know, it would, you know, that's what I started thinking. I'm gonna do all this time. Like you said, there's times I was in there and I was like, man, I'm never going home. You know what I mean?
I'm never going home.
Like 10 years into it, I still got 10 years left, basically, before I got the time off. And, you know, it was like, man, sometimes I didn't care. I'm like, screw it, I'm not. Maybe this is what I'm meant to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just going to be in prison the rest of my life.
Or I'm coming back, whatever. You know, I think, I was like that before I went to prison. I was like that, like, fuck, I'm a criminal.
Right.
You know, I'm a drug addict criminal. I'm going to do it good.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I, like, never went without, because I was like, if I'm using drugs, I'm not going to work a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not gonna go do a 9 to 5 and give it all to the drug dealer. I'm gonna commit crimes to support myself, and I'm gonna have abundance.
Do it bigger and better this time.
Do it bigger and better this time. And now, again, the light switch had to go off in order to be like, fuck, this ain't real.
Yeah.
It's a waste of time. And those people get out and come right back. Yeah. How many people you saw get out? Did you see people come out and come right back?
Yeah, multiple people.
In the federal prison?
Yeah, multiple.
Right? And how about this?
The same prison.
The same prison. They get out, and then you hear Frankie got locked up. Yeah. He's in the county right now. He'll be back soon.
Yeah.
So what happened? Oh, he was fucking driving. He had a bunch of dope on him. Fucking needles. Fucking gun. Fucking.
Some guys, you hear the crazy stories. They get out and they catch a life sentence when they get out.
He killed somebody.
Yeah,
he killed somebody over a 20 sack.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
it's real.
Crazy.
It's real and it's scary, and it's a life that I know that I don't want to live.
Yeah.
And we have so much more to offer to this world because somebody needs to hear this. Somebody needs to hear the real shit behind it, because there's nothing cool about prison. It's not fun. There's nothing cool about it, man.
Yeah.
And it's draining. You're away from your family. You get a 15-minute phone call once a day, or however many times you call them, to remind you of all the shit you're missing out on.
Yeah.
Of all the shit you're missing out on. And I gotta be honest, a lot of those phone calls, like, you can't wait to make the phone call, and then after the phone call, you're miserable.
Yeah.
Right?
Or visits. Visits.
I'm gonna tell you, I didn't get one visit.
Yeah.
Fucking 5 years I went with no visit. And not because my family didn't want to come see me. COVID, I'm 3,000 miles away. I kind of put the brakes on it. My mom would have flew out.
Right.
She wanted to, but I was like, Mom, don't even do it. It's too much for nothing. It's just going to be emotional, and it's going to hurt. Just wait till I come home.
Yeah.
But there was times, bro, that I was so depressed and mentally fucked up that I fucking went 4-6 months without calling my family.
Wow.
And because at first, not once I got good. When I got good, I was calling them every day.
Right.
I call my kids and my mom every day.
Yeah.
But there was times that I was fucked up because just like on the streets, when you're getting high and you're doing dumb shit, you don't call.
You don't want to call your family, no.
Come on. You don't call. Today, I call my mom every morning. I spoke to her this morning at 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. I speak to my mom every motherfucking day. She loves it. She loves it. Yeah. And there's some mornings I can't. She'll text me, good morning. I say, Mom, I can't talk right now. I'm real busy, and I won't talk to her till the next day. But I promise you I call her the next day.
Yeah, that's good.
And, because there was a time in my life that I had told you this, or you heard me into one of my TikTok lives. I called my mother from the county jail. I will never forget this moment. I thought that there was a possibility she was going to bail me out. And I called her and she said, Evan, I said, Mom, I just got busted. I'm like, oh, thank God. I know you're safe.
That's crazy. Yeah, that hits hard when you hear something like that.
Holy shit. I didn't even ask her for the bail. I didn't. I couldn't. I was like, holy shit. My mom's happy that I'm in prison. I was like, what? I'm fucking up. That was like one of the last times that I went to county before I went to prison. That was like one of the last times I remember, man. Because it was like, at first you go, I don't know how many times you've been to county. I've been to county a million times.
Yeah, a lot.
At first you get like released on your own recognizances, and then like it comes to a point when the cops finally put the handcuffs on you, no bullshit. I'm like, all right, take me home, officer. Like, I'm going to the dorm. I know I'm going to be there for a while. It's at least 3 months.
You're just ready to get to the main unit. So
I'm ready to just give me my bed. I'm ready to lay down and let's call it a night. Like, fuck, I got to go through. The loop, sometimes, no bullshit, in Orange County, California, was 3 to 5 days.
Oh, shit.
3 to 5 days. Horrible. They did it on purpose.
Yeah.
It's freezing. It's concrete cell to concrete cell. And there's a million cells, but they have everybody in one.
Yeah.
So, no bullshit, Lance.
Yeah.
You're like this.
One toilet.
One toilet. And not only is there one toilet, but there's a homeless guy laying on the floor with his face touching the toilet So you gotta piss, and he's looking at you, and you're peeing, and that's real. And that's real, and it's spraying on him, and he's just like licking it, and fucking everybody's laughing.
Yeah.
I've been into go ahead.
That's how Palm Beach is the same way. I mean, not that long, probably 24 hours.
Yeah.
But everybody in one spot, it stinks. It's
disgusting. It stinks.
And it's like, man, there's just like nowhere to. Dude, you're like touching elbows with the guy next to you.
Stinks is an understatement, bro. Stinks is a super understatement. It's horrible. Yeah. It's something nobody should ever have to go through in their life.
Yeah.
You know? It's something nobody should ever have to go through in their life. And they try to break you.
Yeah.
You know? So it's really important that people understand that it's not cool. And now we have so much more to do. You know, it's not, you know, we're just getting started. We have so much more to do that, I mean, 2 years, it seems like it went by like this, right?
Yeah.
68% of people released from state prisons were rearrested within 3 years.
Wow.
79% within 6 years and 83% within 9 years, right? Everybody gets rearrested.
Yeah.
Today, I know I'm never going to get arrested again.
No.
Right?
No. I mean, I'm pretty confident I'm not going to get arrested.
I know it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Nothing's going to make me ever want to go use heroin and meth or use, like, you know, like, what?
I couldn't imagine even, you know what I mean, seeing it, but, like, yeah, I'm so far disconnected from it also. Like I know there's no time I would ever be tempted.
Could you even I'm never gonna be in a room with someone that's like shooting meth.
Yeah.
Right?
Not at all.
Like, could you even imagine that? And like that was like a normal thing. I would like wake up to seeing somebody with a needle in their arm. Right? Yeah. I know you too, right?
Yeah.
Like the dude's
usually it was me.
Yeah.
I was always the first.
It was you getting ready, you know, and like fucking holy shit, man. I mean, how many did you?
Life,
so I know that your main thing was meth, you know, and vice versa. Mine was the heroin, right?
I mean, I like the heroin too. You know what I mean? I was on both.
You were on both,
yeah.
But mainly meth.
No, I can't.
Oh,
say
so
that.
Okay.
Like it was probably pretty even.
Pretty even.
Yeah.
Okay. What
pills and heroin?
Have you seen anybody die?
I've seen someone come really close.
Okay.
And I know of a lot of people who died.
Okay. So
me personally, like one guy at my house before was dying.
Yeah.
And luckily he didn't.
He didn't die.
No,
okay.
He didn't die.
I can't count. This is how deep I was in the fentanyl game. I can't count how many lives I saved with either CPR or Narcan.
Yeah.
One time I came into the county jail. I always had the pack. You know, like I always was the guy that somehow got it inside of me at the right time, you know, so I always made it in. I got lucky that way, and that's how I ate a lot in prison, you know. So I got in there, and the first night, I finally get a bedroll after 3 days in the loop. I finally get a bedroll, and I go into a cell, right, and it's my homie that's been there. He's been there since the last time. Oh, you're back, Evan. Fucking, you got it. Fucking, you got it. So I'm down, homie. I got you. Give me a minute. So I got it. I pulled it out. I had meth. I had fentanyl and Suboxone.
Jeez.
Right? I had all motherfucking three. So I wanted to just do some fucking fentanyl and go to sleep. He's like begging me for the fentanyl. I'm like, bro, this is gonna kill you. You've been here for so long, bro. Like, you can't. Come on, bro. Let me give you a piece of Suboxone, and I'll give you some meth. You can stay up and fucking write letters and do whatever you want to do all night. I got you. He convinced me to give him some fentanyl. Right? I'm on the bottom. I'm on the top bunk. He's on the bottom bunk. I give him some. He's cool while I'm awake. So I get up on the top bunk. I'm like, bro, I have to go to sleep. I just spent 3 days in the loop.
Yeah.
You know. Please, if they're coming in, wake me up, let me know so I can, you know, do what I gotta do. Anyways, I wake up to fucking piss, and I hear, I jump down, and he's fucking choking and turning blue, Lance. I fucking spin him over. I fucking clear out his mouth. I start giving him CPR. You know how I saved his life? I fucking realized I had the Suboxone on me. If you take Suboxone, it has naloxone in it.
Right.
If you take Suboxone and put it under your tongue, I don't know if it's a naloxone or the Suboxone in general, but if you put it under somebody's tongue, I took a whole strip, put it under his tongue, right? It rips the opiates off your opiate receptor. It's like Narcan.
Yeah.
It's just like Narcan.
Yeah.
You could use Suboxone as Narcan, bro. If somebody's dying, you put this so you know this.
Yeah.
If you have, you're never gonna be in this situation ever again, ever. Yeah. But if you are, you could put a piece of Suboxone. It works just like Narcan. It brings him back. He got up. He started puking because it throws you into like precipitated withdrawal.
Right.
So it throws you into withdrawal or whatever. He was puking. I fucking was so mad at him. You want to know the next morning what he asked me? Can I get some more?
Of course. Of course, yeah. That's like the Tucci. Like every day, someone's falling out in the bathroom, swimming across the bathroom floor, foaming at the mouth,
having a great time.
Yeah, and then they're like, man, they must have got the good stuff. Like, where's that
one at? Yeah. Hey, you see him last night? He's like a demon, fucking throwing up. Fucking, hey, where you got more of that one?
Running around at 3 a.m, screaming to the unit.
Yeah. Taking their clothes off. You seen motherfuckers take clothes off?
Yeah, we seen this guy on the rec yard.
Yeah.
Saturday, there's probably 500 people out there,
and
all of a sudden I hear people screaming. Well, he's a black dude. I think he was a Haitian guy. Strips all his clothes off.
Yeah.
And is running to the fence. Jumps on the fence, climbs the fence up, and grabs the razor wire with his hands, and it cuts right through his hands. Of course, blood. He drops to the ground. He's still butt naked, mind you. And blood is running all down his arms. He's bleeding everywhere because he's got gashes all the way through his hands, through the bone.
What the
from
fuck?
The razor.
Yeah.
So then he runs back through. There's a football game going on, a flag football game, and these guys are just like, "Stop! What the hell?" So he runs right through the middle of them, picks up the football, and starts running through the football field, bloody.
Yeah.
So then Officer Rushing, I'll never forget, Officer Rushing walks out. And he sees the guy running at him, and he's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? The guy's butt naked, blood everywhere, and he hit him with the football right in the head.
Boom!
Threw the football at Rushing, and you can see when it hits him that there's blood all over his face from his hand. And then, of course, they all tackle him, and that's the last we seen.
That was it.
That was probably the most insane thing I seen.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's
a good one. That's a wild one. That's just a normal day. That's like
that was the K2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who knows what?
And somebody said, "Hey, where's that one at? Fucking, you gotta get. Is that the Black Death?"
That wasn't the only time someone stripped naked, but that was like the time, running, climbing the fence. First off, climbing the fence. Yeah. Like you don't get near the fence.
Yeah.
And then grabbing the razor wire.
The fence. Yeah.
And it's like, dude, what the fuck was he thinking? I don't know.
Man, it's just like what that shit does you. And is it fucking rat spray? What do they call it? Roach spray? Fucking.
At that time, that same stuff was going around, and there was multiple people that stripped down naked. And like I was walking by,
they got the one that makes you strip. They got the one that
I'm walking by another guy. He's talking to an officer, right? And he's pulling on his clothes like this.
Yeah.
This is a different guy. This is a different day.
Yeah.
But it was like along the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell is he doing? I thought he was explaining something.
Yeah.
And I'm just walking by, I don't pay no attention. Mm-hmm. And then I hear everyone screaming, like, hey! And I look back and he's stripping his clothes off, butt naked, and just takes off running. Same thing. And the officers
it's got to make your skin something with your skin
I don't
or
know
something.
What it is, man. But that certain stuff they had, there was like
that's the one that makes you strip.
3 different people that stripped down naked.
The Pisces brought it in.
Yeah,
it's always the Pisces. They always got the fucking good one.
Yeah, they always had they always made sure they trademarked it. You know what I mean? They'd paint it black.
Yeah, the Black Death.
Right.
And then I'd get a card, right? I'd get a card and I'd get a marker and I'd paint mine black. I got the black one too, man. It's fucking it's a flat book. They're only flat book pieces for this one.
Yeah.
Man, what a waste of life.
And I see what they the guys will show me what they bought for a flat book. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a sleeve.
You get
a sleeve.
It looks like
that, like that, right?
Crazy, yeah. And you're like,
and then, that's 3 hits.
You're paying $10 for this tiny.
But
little...
it should be that.
Right.
Right.
No, and they're getting like a tenth of that.
That's about a flat book piece.
Yeah.
Right. Look,
Of
that's a regular
stuff.
Yeah. But like the amount of flat book pieces there are on a piece of paper, right? Like they could sell, even if it's the best one ever.
Yeah.
You could sell this for a flat book,
right?
And let somebody get high, fucking 10, 15 times, right? And they still make money, but they're so how prison it is.
It because it's the same price, but
it's the same price
because it's so good.
They want more. Jack it up.
So they used to sell like, I don't know if they did it out there. They sold IDs.
And razor blades,
like the size of our
ID was a card,
like a driver's license.
Yeah.
It's usually like $100.
Oh, that's fucking
right.
That's good.
Yeah,
an ID is usually like $350.
Yeah, our place was flooded.
Yeah, see, ours wasn't. No,
so like they're literally you walk by the gambling table, the poker table, and there's like IDs in the pot.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
No.
It was nuts. Yeah. So
and that was the low?
That was the low.
Yeah, that's why.
That's do
you remember hearing about the Atlanta prison that closed down?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Our place, we were dry. We had no dope on the yard, Lance. And then the Atlanta prison got
Camp in the Medium, right?
Yep, yeah. Camp in the Medium got shut down for they had fucking pounds of meth in the wall.
Yeah.
Super corruption. The cops were anyways, they shipped them to Herlong. It got flooded, and I had just got put in this new unit that was almost empty because I just got out of the hole, and it was like we were like, this is what we're doing all day.
Yeah.
And then they came,
and it turned it
fucking party season. And not only that, because they brought all the dough, and the blacks they want alcohol.
Right.
I was like the man with the alcohol, bro, because I was cooking it. Right.
Yeah.
Not only was I making the wine, but overnight I'd cook it, so I would
down into the clear.
Yeah, down into the clear with the garbage, the wires from the electric into the bucket with the garbage bag, the cup, and then spray the bag and let the condensation drip. And it's like a science project,
like making moonshine.
Yeah, that's what it was. It's the same thing, except you don't have the copper coil; you have a garbage bag.
Right.
It's the same thing. You have to cool. You heat it up to steam and then cool it down, and it drips. Yeah. So I would sell honey bears. Right, for $100, a honey bear for $100, right? Yeah. So $20, right? $20, I'd get about fucking 10 honey bears overnight,
right?
It's almost $1,000. I make $1,000. Yeah, granted, it's $1,000, but it was like a week and a half of work because you got to cook the wine, right?
Yeah.
Then if I didn't want to cook the wine, I didn't want to hold it. I'd have to pay somebody to hold it. Most of the time, I just did it myself. Yeah. Because whatever. And then I had built I built a thing to go on the back of my chair with the laundry bag. So I'd bring it out to the day room with me with my jacket on the back of the chair. And I'd sit in the day room all day with the alcohol while I'm watching TV with my coffee against the wall. The cop walking by. I got the fucking bag of alcohol on my back. Yeah. Like, hey, what's up, officer? Checking my cell.
Yeah.
But they don't think to check your
thing.
Think
to check
Yeah, it's stupid. And then I made a jacket where I was walking around with it. It was just like around me.
How'd you have to buy all your sugar?
Oh, through the kitchen. Yeah, through the kitchen.
Yeah.
The bakery.
Yeah,
the bakery. Yeah, the bakery.
The
bakery. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Man. The sugar, the yeast. The sugar and the yeast came from the bakery.
Yeah.
So that was the reason why that was such a good hustle for me is because like I was working in the kitchen. So like I could turn zero into $1,000 with a little bit of work. Because basically the fruit, apples, you get the apples, Oh, you want to know what was one of the coolest hustles for me that I started, and I bet you it's still going on today. Because, bro, I was working the chow hall. Like there was I had got fired from the veggie prep. I was killing it in the veggie prep room, right? Killing it. I got but the how it gets really racist. Like if the Mexicans see you making too much money or you don't sell it to them that's what it was. I raised the price 1 stamp for a vegetable.
Right.
It was going for 2 stamps. I said I want 3. Right. They lost it. They politicked the fuck out of me over this. And I was like, fuck you, I'm not doing it. So they got me out of there. That all of a sudden the cop one day found every one of my hiding spots. Right. They told on me.
Right.
Long story short, now I'm in the fucking chow hall wiping tables. It's hard to make money out there.
Yeah.
If you don't if I had you kicking me out sandwiches to
Right.
sell.
Yeah, same.
But I
same
didn't
thing
have
everywhere.
it. I didn't have it because they were all Mexican, right? So man, I need to make money. I loved my biggest thing. What I was good at, Lance, was like I said, turning zero into something. So I collected all the apples one day, right? I went to the back. I got the fucking you know, the pan with the holes in it.
Yeah.
You know, I
Straight
fucking
pan.
popped them out.
Right.
I turned it upside down, and I would grade the apples,
Right.
right, into a big bucket, right, and then I'd get the hair nets, and
Yeah.
I made ice cold apple juice, bro, out of fresh apples, bro.
Yeah.
I'd make $10 in one main line.
Right.
You know,
That's good.
out of nothing. You know,
Yeah.
3 stamps and apple juice,
That's
and
good.
apple juice with ice,
Yeah.
because we didn't have an ice machine. So I'd go get the ice just to have an ice cold drink.
Yeah.
Man, they loved
People
it.
love it,
They
yeah.
loved it, man.
Especially juice, like
Yeah.
orange juice. Like we
Yeah.
they took all our oranges. I'm probably sure they took the oranges from you guys, too.
Oranges? No,
Like
we had
we-
oranges.
Oh yeah, like,
Yeah.
Well, they took ours because that's what everyone was making wine at.
Yeah,
Coleman.
These apples, same
Right.
thing. You just
So
need fruit.
that's all they gave us was apples, but they figured
Yeah.
because
Take the oranges.
what happened, like, they closed. So I was working in the bakery at the time,
Yep.
and they closed the compound because they had an alcohol problem, whatever. And they closed it for 3 days. They searched.
You guys were locked down.
Searched each building each
Mhm.
day. Each day they would put a different building on the rec yard all
Yeah.
day, and they pretty much found wine in every unit. And oranges, it was all made with oranges.
Yeah.
So like they cut out the oranges for the whole complex. You know, after that,
Yeah.
but then they closed the bakery down.
Yeah.
So I had to get a
Yeah.
different job, but yeah,
They
so,
closed the bakery down,
yeah,
so there was no
completely,
baking,
no baking,
no sweets.
nothing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did that for about a year.
A year they shut the
Yeah.
bakery down
Yeah,
over alcohol.
yeah,
That's
because they
crazy.
knew all the sugar was coming from
Yeah,
there.
where else does
you
it come
know?
from?
Yeah,
You can make it with the commissary shit.
right.
You can make it off
Well,
the commissary.
They literally
Yeah.
took everything off the commissary too.
Oh, really?
Like-
Jelly.
Jelly,
Yeah, yeah,
any
yeah.
kind of like all sodas, regular sodas.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
only
yeah,
had
yeah,
diet.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you at least you had that. I'd never seen a soda.
Right. Yeah. Really.
Never seen a soda. Never seen an ice cream.
Oh wow.
We didn't have none of that.
Wow, that's crazy.
Bro, I'm telling you, at this medium, it was like the warden was like thinking he was fucking. You know how they get some of these wardens are. They're
Right.
fucking. It's their life is to make our lives miserable. I never seen a soda. I never seen an ice cream. I heard that some places have ice cream and soda.
Every place has ice cream over here. Like I never knew a prison that didn't.
Like,
No.
you could go to commissary.
Oh,
And you
certain
get
day,
ice cold.
Your commissary day, you get a pint of ice cream, like the big one.
Yeah, so you have
Yeah.
to eat it there because it's not. You
Yeah,
can't.
you could get it, take it to the unit,
And then you freeze. That's what I'm saying.
You have to eat it.
That's what I'm saying. You got to eat it that day.
unless
Yeah.
you get salt. You know, what
You
I
get the
mean?
salt and put it in
on
the ice and make it. It would
Right,
freeze
you
it,
could
right?
freeze it, yeah.
You just put salt. Yeah, that's how you would make
Right,
ice cream. You can
exactly.
make ice cream.
Oh, we made.
Remember, you
tons
made
of it. Yeah.
creamer, milk,
yeah.
cookies.
and then put it in the mop bucket with the
Yeah,
salt and ice.
man, the
That's
mop bucket.
crazy time.
That mop
Oh,
bucket,
man.
man. 'Cause I remember I used to have to bring the mop bucket into my room to heat up the bag.
Yeah,
Man, that mop bucket. You do a lot of shit. That mop bucket, huh?
yeah, man.
That mop bucket, man. Which it helped a lot of motherfuckers, man.
yeah.
With people cooking
With
in the
everything.
unit.
Coolers,
you guys have
like
people-
cheesecakes?
Oh
I
yeah,
used to
yeah.
freeze
Cheese,
them,
man.
do your laundry.
Remember the cheesecake?
Yeah,
The little the thing or the
That was-
jalapeno jar or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like a
well, I did them in bowls. Like that was my household. when I
somebody's
first
bowl.
came in.
Yeah, yeah, a
like
real
the
bowl.
the little plastic bowls.
yeah.
that was my household when I first
With the
came
white
in.
top on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I'd sell a cheesecake for $5.
$5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it cost like $2.50 to make it, so
Then
I
you-
doubled my money. on
Yeah,
it.
you double your money, and then you have the Korean guy in the unit making Chinese food, right? Yeah,
fried rice.
yeah, fried rice, and you had one guy making pizzas,
Yeah.
right? Man,
It's funny, like on the weekends. Well, then they got the stingers got popular, and there was guys frying in the mop bucket or in not the mop bucket, but the trash can.
with the oil,
Yeah.
you had to get oil
Literally
and,
fry it.
and fry, literally
Yeah.
boil the oil.
And,
Yeah,
and you could smell it. Like on Fridays, they always fried fish because they had fish in the chow hall.
Yeah.
French fries and fish.
you could fresh fry. Yeah,
So they're
Yeah.
frying French fries and fish with an electric cord that they cut off the friggin' fan and put a spring on it,
Yeah.
like a bed spring,
Yeah.
and plug it in.
yeah.
And like I had one, and I didn't
Yeah.
realize that
Stinger.
you're supposed to put it in the water before you plug it in.
Oh, you plugged it in.
yeah.
Oh
It
no!
zapped-
Poof!
It
Yeah,
zapped
yeah,
all
yeah.
the breakers around.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, they-
You're
like every-
fucked up.
Yeah.
That was one too. I sold stingers because I worked
Yeah.
because I was
doing the construction class.
Right.
So I go to the the carpentry class.
Right.
That was the only program I got into the whole time was get carpentry.
All the great programs they have in there.
All the great
People read it and they're like, "Oh my god, this reentry
program." They're doing a lot for these men in there.
Nothing. Straight
bullshit.
Yeah, that's the thing. People get, they say, "Oh, they have all these opportunities to get better in prison," but really, like, no, you have an inmate teaching you and selling you a certificate for the class. You know what I mean? That's your class.
That's it.
Yeah.
You have the one guy selling you a certificate.
I
had certificates.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny because, like, I'm like, man, they got all these classes here, man. This is gonna be great. I'm thinking before I get to prison.
Nope.
And you get there and you're like, okay, let me sign for a class, and you're like,
3-year waiting list.
Yeah.
If you get,
and the guy's like,
unless you pay him,
I'll sell you the certificate for a flat book. That's your class.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, so what would you tell somebody getting out tomorrow, man? If they were getting out, what should they focus on?
Man, I mean, they should focus on a lot of different things, but I mean, for me, it was how fast can I get to work? You know what I mean? That was what I was focused on.
Yeah.
I needed money.
Yeah.
I got, I had saved $10,000.
Got it stolen from me.
Stolen. Found out the day I got out.
Yeah.
And so for me, it was like, I need to get to work. I wanted to see my first paycheck so bad.
Yeah, so bad.
You know what I mean? Like a first full paycheck because I had been working so long for 10 cents, 20 cents an hour, whatever it was.
To get that money. And it was like $1 million.
To work just as hard. Like I worked hard in there. You know what I mean? Because, we had the hustle in the kitchen.
Yeah.
We didn't just make 20 cents. Like we made food and,
and it was fun.
To eat good. It was fun. And it was something to do. Kept you busy, but just remember, like, man, I just wanted to work my first full week and see my first paycheck and get that paycheck and see what it looked like. You know what I mean?
It felt great
for so long. And that's what I would say, man. Focus on what you got to do to get a job immediately.
Fill your idle time
and stand out when you get there. Work twice as hard as everyone else around you.
And it's easy.
Yeah.
For anybody that's getting out, it's easy to stand out today in this crowd because they're lazy, they're late, they're entitled, they think they deserve everything, and they want to raise for doing nothing. So if you show up and work hard and really be whatever you're doing, if you're flipping motherfucking burgers, if you're cutting lawn, if you're cleaning pools, whatever you're doing, do it the best, and it will get noticed.
It will get noticed. Don't worry about people seeing you. Just do it every day, all day, and that's who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I wasn't worried about people seeing me. I knew I was going to work hard anyway. You know what I mean? It all pays off because people are going to notice.
Have pride.
Because when you have that attitude and that pride and you people see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, when you think no one sees it, somebody notices.
Yeah.
Because they notice when you're doing nothing.
Right.
Exactly. And getting out and freedom is a second chance. Don't prove the system right, because the system said they want us in this revolving door because they get paid, right? It's a business. And they're getting paid, and fucking make it your fucking life's goal to prove the system wrong. Getting out, it isn't the hard part. Staying out is.
Yeah.
Right? Staying out, and find something you enjoy doing, right? Find something you enjoy doing more than what you were doing before, because today everything I do is more fun and more enjoyable to me than any of the amazing days I had in the past, right? Anything. Waking up next to my beautiful fiance and making my son breakfast. Just these little things are so much more fun than any of the crazy adventures I thought I was having in the past. So take some pride in what you do. Get out and stay out. This was the first of many of hopefully coming up conversations between Lance and I, and we want to help people change their life and see that it's possible. Because if these two idiots can do it, you can too.
Yeah.
Get up off your fucking ass. Decide to change your life. You don't need permission. And if you start now, within 90 days, your life could look completely different. Right?
Sure.
One day at a time.
Definitely.
All right.
All right.
That's
Let's
it.
see what's up.